injury. For more information, 954-446-4841. That's 954-446-4841. Passport Services, always looking out. Thanks, Passport Servicing, for a kind contribution to WZOP and WZPP.
Are you suffering from low libido or low testosterone? Do you want to avoid medications? Here at Joseph's Organic Bakery, we have a natural and easy program which consists of 3 natural herbal remedies to help you regain your libido naturally. So at Joseph's Organic Bakery, our address is 18226 West Dixie Highway, North Miami Beach. Our phone number is 954-541-4062.
This is criminal and immigration attorney Gawain Grant. I have handled numerous criminal cases, including murders, robberies, and drug trafficking cases. If you have a loved one who is incarcerated and want information concerning bond hearings, 954-739-5600. If you are in deportation or you want to file papers to obtain permanent residence in the United States, 954-739-5600 for a consultation, or at reggaelawyer@hotmail.com.
Thanks, Attorney Gawain Grant, for your kind sponsorship of this radio station.
Safari Shipping in Lauderdale has moved, but we haven't gone far. Our new Lauderdale Lakes home is located at 3501 to 3503 Northwest 19th Street. Same neighborhood and same shipping service to the Caribbean. Yes, Safari Shipping's Lauderdale office has moved. Our new office is at 3501 to 3503 Northwest 19th Street in Lauderdale Lakes, 954-581-4655.
WZOP thanks Safari Shipping for
more info, hit us up at WZBBradio.com.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this down becomes an ugly place.
Good morning, good afternoon. Where we're listening, watching from around the world on the East Caribbean. This is WZPP 96.1 FM in Miami, Florida, and WZOP 92.7 FM in Fort Lauderdale. I'm your host, Jeffrey T. This morning we're going to speak about the CARICOM heads of government in Trinidad and Tobago, where Jamaica is represented by the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Michael Andrew Holness. Now this morning, a lot of people within the Caribbean is asking the question, is it that CARICOM has been affected in the sense of our people can travel freely? No. Our people cannot travel freely because although you have a CARICOM passport, when you go to port of entry, it is a problem. And I'm not saying that they should free up the immigration system in the Caribbean communities. I'm just saying that possibility the people who are governing CARICOM, the heads of governments who are governing CARICOM, they haven't done enough to help the people of the CARICOM community. They haven't done enough to help the citizens of the Caribbean region. And I think, I may be wrong, but I think that CARICOM has failed the people of the region, or the leaders themselves has failed the people of the region. It's 50 years ago. The Treaty of Chaguaramas was signed, and one of the leaders who signed the Treaty of Chaguaramas was the late Michael Norman Manley of Jamaica, the man who said, fundamentally, we have a people that we have to secure in this time and age. The late Michael Norman Manley. And I'm pretty much sure that if Mr. Mandy was alive today, he wouldn't be happy with what happened or what is going on within the CARICOM community, because I don't think our founding fathers had intended, when they signed the Treaty of Chaguaramas 50 years ago, I don't think they intend, or the intention was for it to be going on like this. We cannot, as a people of the Caribbean community, sit down and say, we have Caribbean integration. We don't. Because if you check the prices for a plane ticket from Kingston to St. Lucia, it's ridiculous. And there's no direct flight. I don't think there's any direct flight from St. Lucia or from Kingston to St. Lucia or from Montego Bay to St. Lucia. We can't talk about Caribbean integration when our people are not traveling freely. I'm waiting on my guest, Mr. Herbe Nelson Jr., to come on, because we're going to speak some more about it. CARICOM hasn't done enough to secure its people within the Caribbean. And I think CARICOM should be a voice to say to the powers maybe, because I don't think any government or any Caribbean country manufactured gun or make gun. But yet, guns are flowing in the Caribbean left, right, and center. We have to say to our leaders of CARICOM, if you are going to lead us, you must lead us properly. Because crime has taken over many parts of the Caribbean. And I don't think CARICOM has done enough to help our sister island, Haiti. I don't think they have done enough. And if they have done enough, then our founding fathers would have said that that's not how we intend or had intended for the Treaty of Chaguaramas to have gone. But we must understand that we all do make mistakes. We're not perfect. We're not perfect. We're not perfect. The only man is perfect is Almighty God. We're not perfect. And if we're not perfect, then we try our best to see what we can do to form a perfect union. Our Caribbean people leave the Caribbean shores to get a better way of living, and it should not be. It should not be. Every Caribbean nation has its own rights in the sense of developing its people and providing for its people. And I speak none other than my own country, Jamaica. Jamaica is well renowned as the land of wood and water. Jamaica is well renowned for tourism, for reggae music. What have we done to promote or to capitalize on the reggae industry, the music industry. And I think as CARICOM celebrate 50 years of existence, Jamaica is going to celebrate in August. Is it 62 years of independence or 61? What have we done as a people to uplift our people out of poverty? What have we done? Have we done anything to uplift our people from the slums that we're in, or that they're in? And I think that is why sometimes, we need to sit down with our leaders and demand town hall meetings. Not only town hall meetings, but town hall meetings that when you speak, it will go somewhere. It will go somewhere. And although we, as a people and as a nation, may have issues with our governments, we can't forget the nation that we're from. Many of us are from Guyana, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, the Turks Islands, the Cayman Islands, and other Caribbean countries. Let us switch and go back to our sister island, Haiti. Haiti has been going through a rough time. Haiti is without a government. And I think CARICOM need to do more. CARICOM need to do more to help Haiti. CARICOM need to do more because we can't have a sister country or sister island. Same thing. In the turmoil it is in, pretty soon it's gonna flow over to other countries. Pretty soon it's going to flow over to other countries. So it cannot be that CARICOM is celebrating 50 years of existence. And what has CARICOM do to secure Haiti? I wouldn't talk about the other country. I'm talking about Haiti now. What has CARICOM done to secure Haiti? They have so many coups and overthrowing and assassinations of their president. And there are people fleeing in the thousands to get a better way of living, a better way of life. We need a CARICOM that can really help its people. That's what we need. A CARICOM that can really help its people. A CARICOM that not only we don't have heads of government meeting, not chat. What is done? Nothing. 50 years of celebration of CARICOM. What is done? The same thing. Nothing. We need to demand more from CARICOM. We, the people of the Caribbean, need to demand more from our Caribbean leaders, our CARICOM leaders. We need to. We need to demand more. Today is celebrated as America's independence. I must say happy 4th of July to all those who are listening to us on WZPP 96.1 FM and WZOP 92.7 FM. Happy Independence Day to America. We're supposed to have our guests on the line pretty soon, hopefully, Mr. Herbe Nelson Jr. Let us, as a people and as individuals around the world, let us see what we can do, not only to help our individual nations, but really to help Haiti. It has gone through so many earthquakes. Must say good afternoon to all our subscribers on the Mekwit Talk YouTube channel. MIKWITALK, Mekwit Talk. Go to the Mekwit Talk YouTube channel and subscribe. Must say good afternoon to all our viewers on the Mekwit Talk YouTube channel. We need a people. We need some help. The Caribbean need help. Haiti in particular need help. And I hope within this heads of government meeting in Trinidad and Tobago, I hope that the leaders can come up with a concrete solution to the crime problem in Haiti. I hope they can. Because if they don't come with a concrete solution with Haiti's crime problem, then we do not know where or what is going to happen next. You know? They don't have a proper security force. The police force gone out of work. They don't have proper vehicles or bullets to secure the country. At one point, I see where in Jamaica's Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, offered to help in sending the members of the Jamaica Defense Force and members of the JCF to assist in Haiti. And I asked the question, then I'm going to ask the question again. I am not saying that we shouldn't help our sister island, but I think Jamaica need to have a summit on its own crime problem. And I think Jamaica need our security forces in our country to help solve our own crime problem. Good afternoon, Mr. Nelson.
Good afternoon, good sir. How you doing today?
I am doing good. I have with me Mr. Herbe Nelson Jr. online. Mr. Nelson, thank you for coming on. Your views on the CARICOM heads of government meeting in Haiti?
Well, it's a very important session, and I hope that they will all agree to step up to the plate in one fashion or another.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe any one contingent in the CARICOM is strong enough to take on the 200 gangs in Haiti. That's not what it should be about. I believe it should be about getting everyone to the table, no matter what it takes, and forming an alliance that will allow for good governance.
Mm-hmm.
That's been the talk all along, but some people are being backed by some of the big boys, and they believe that they should have the ultimate power to say what should or should not occur in Haiti. And that's not going to work anymore. Haiti has been beaten down over the decades and has suffered isolationism as well as a lot of hostilities over the decades. And I believe that they need a break. They really and truly do. The people of Haiti need some peace and quiet, some law-abiding citizens to support a government that supports them.
Yes.
Right now, they just don't have that.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Nelson.
Yeah.
What would you recommend to the leaders of CARICOM in the sense of the whole Haiti security crisis? And I know at one point the Prime Minister of Jamaica wanted to send troops into Haiti. What would you, if you were advising Prime Minister Holness, what would you advise him and say to him pertaining to the troops entering Haiti?
Well, the entire relief for the Haitian citizens will have to come from infrastructure. Okay? If the infrastructure is working, in other words, they're responding to the needs of 10, 11 million population, then that's not a problem. They're going to need funding. They're going to have to keep track of that funding because, like Jamaica, funding seems to disappear into the ether. And that's not good. You can't have corruption ongoing while you're trying to rescue folks out of poverty and the destitution that they're feeling. So that infrastructure, we're talking about the health situation, clinics. We're talking about the food security, people being able to eat every day and not feel that they won't know where the next meal is coming from, or be reduced to one meal a day, which is not nourishing enough. Which, I'm sure the Prime Minister understands that because some communities in Jamaica experience that.
Yes.
And he should be aware of how to fix it. Right? Sacrifices have to be made by some of the Haitian elites. They can keep making hay while the sun shines. They're going to give up what is time and effort to invest in their own country and to make sure that they themselves are not a part of the problem, but they are part of the solution.
Yes.
We see things like the STAR project beginning to take hold in Jamaica, something we have been talking about over the years, where we call safer cities because of smarter communities, where communities and the assets within communities come together to form what they call in Jamaica CDC, Community Development Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
So Haiti can follow some of those examples that would allow their citizens to flourish and to have some semblance of success in life.
Yes.
Education is another feature. We don't know what the education system is. Of course, it's in a different language. But again, if you're dealing with the STEM, or what they call STEAM today, science, technology, arts, math, those are the subjects that are going to allow these folks to be successful.
Yes.
If the Canadians joined in to allow some guarantees of scholarships or something like that, then maybe those kids in the underserved communities have something to look forward to. If the French wanted to repay Haiti, they could begin a process of scholarships to French advanced institutions.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to ensure that these kids are getting the STEAM program to where they can excel. And, you know, it's not easy because if you live in a community where you have to duck and cover or stay low because bullets are flying, then that's not going to help. So they bring in all the people with an investment in Haiti, right? They have to come together and they have to decide that this is the direction that they want to go in. And the bigger countries, first world countries, are going to have to offer them opportunities to move ahead. You know, I've said before,
Mr. Nelson, we're going to take a quick commercial break on the Lecture program. We will be right back.
Okay, all right.
We're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
You're listening to WZOP 92.7 LP FM.
The views, opinions, and contents of the following
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that honor.
Do you need graphic design services? Or maybe you need branding for your business? How about multimedia production services? Contact Browns Media and Graphics at 876-877-1870. Browns Media and Graphics, developing your ideas, creating your style.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Do you want to talk about what's happening in your community or share your thoughts on national issues? Then tune in to Make We Talk Tuesdays with yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares. This and every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Join the conversation by calling 876-372-8446 or 876-225-9478 on YouTube at Roots FM Jamaica and Facebook at Roots FM JA. That's Make We Talk this and every Tuesday on Roots 96.1 FM, the voice of the inner city.
It's been a long repair, engine checks, and transmission checks. They do the best quality bodywork on any type of cars and with extended warranty. They are A&R Auto Dealers at 786-314-0305, located at 2210 Mayors Parkway in Market.
WZOP want to thank A&R Auto for your support.
AR1 City of the Art Real Estate Inc., located 301 East Commercial Boulevard in Oakland Park, for all type of real estate, single-family homes, condos, commercial property. Abdullah Riches can help you at 954-548-1799, 954-548-1799. They also do mortgages. For more information, 954-958-9881, 954-958-9881. AR1 Real Estate, AR1 City of the Art Real Estate is here for the Caribbean American community. Thank you, AR1 1, state-of-the-art real estate for your support to WZOP Radio.
Big Head Promotion and 13th Street Records present Jamaica Independence Jamboree, Saturday, August 5th from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. at the Garden, 4340 North State Road 7 in Lauderdale Lakes, featuring Fanuel and Angie, Timeless Sisters, Teacher Love, Dadaire, Ross Zoots, Django Fresh, Jack T Vibes, Silver Cat, Ninja Kid, and Leashak, aka Determined, all backed by Roadblock Band, music by Tony Matterhorn, hosted by John T. Tickets available at eventbrite.com. Thanks, Big Head Promotion, for your kind donation to this radio station.
Big Rig Productions, in association with the City of Lauderhill, presents Sweet Jamaica Independence Festival, Sunday, August 26th, from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Lauderhill Performing Arts Center, 3800 Northwest 11th Place in Lauderhill. Featuring Fab Five, Stone Love, Florigon, Love and Deer, Wayne Armand, Lee Kelly with Dwas Band, Ed Robinson, Suzanne Sultry, and Alex Marley. Music by DJ Mikey Mike and C-Roy the Entertainer, hosted by Sir Rockwell. Tickets on sale at carrottix.com. That's Sweet Jamaica Independence Festival, Sunday, August 6th at the Lauderhill Performing Arts Center. Thank you, Big Rig Productions and the City of Lauderhill, for your support of this station.
Been in an accident? Missing work? We can help. Fast Pro Services. Auto accidents, accidental deaths, and other injuries. Fast Pro Services. We work for accident victims. We look out for their best interests. Fast Pro Services specialize in matters of personal injury. For more information, 954-446-4841. That's 954-446-4841. Fast Pro Services, always looking out. Thanks, Fast Pro Servicing, for a kind contribution to WZOP and WZPP.
Coconuts wants you to know that there's no place like Coconut. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Vegetarian seafood cooked fresh to order. Like no salt, if that's what the doctor ordered. Coconut. Comfortable vegan menu. Seafood menu. And soups cooked daily. That's Coconuts. At 2408 South State Road 7. Open 7 days a week. 954-961-3334. WZOP would like to thank Coconuts Fusion Cafe for their kind support.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Talk to your doctor about creating a plan that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association.
Juice Wheels Tires and Service takes care of your car. They do full brake service, vehicle tuning, battery check, oil change, tire replacement, belt and hose replacement, and much more. For more information, 954-486-2252, 954-486-2219. Located at 3653 Northwest 19th Street, Lauderdale Lakes, 33311. Mondays to Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. WZOP thanks Juice Wheels Tires and Service for their contribution to this station.
Sales rep and telemarketers needed. WZPP, WZOP, WHOT, and Flex TV have openings available for you. Are you in the retail world and have a desire to succeed? Trustworthy, motivated, and have strong communication skills? We would like to hear from you. CVs can be emailed to wzppradio@gmail.com or 954-870-7956. That's wzppradio@gmail.com or 954-870-7956.
Check engine light on, car overheating, need tires. For over 37 years, Smalley's Tire and Auto Repair is the go-to place, specializing in rim repairs, new and used tires, plugs, patches, starters, alternators, front-end work, wheel alignment, and more. Smalley's Tire and Auto Repair, 1001 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale. For info, 954-525-9157. WZPP thanks Smalley's Tire and Auto Repair for your support.
For more info, hit us up at WZPPradio.com.
Northern Coastal Highway between Ocho Rios and Discovery Bay, Jamaica Island.
Welcome back to WZPP Radio. This morning we're speaking to Mr. Herb Nelson Jr. Mr. Nelson, are you still there with us, sir?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just recapping what we were talking about.
Yes, we're
talking about the social order.
That is going on in Haiti.
We're talking about foreign aid, and we're talking about the rule of law in Haiti. The three areas I wanted to emphasize.
Yes.
Without controlling those three areas, Haiti could be lost for a very long time. I also reflect on what the UN General Secretary has been saying, is that they need to have a consensus in Haiti. They need to make a decision as to what they want. The gangs control, according to reports, 80% of the capital. They didn't say 80% of the country. So if they control 80% of the capital, what they may have to consider is having a city council made up of gang members, as Papa Doc did back in the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
Because that's how he resolved that problem. He made them learn the law and made them support the law. In other words, that's getting back to the rule of law. And in doing so, you get back to the people as well, because those gang members control their communities. That means they control the people. Doesn't mean you're going to let them do as they please with the people in their community, because that if they're the ones that's doing the weapons trafficking, if they're the ones that doing human trafficking, if they're the ones that are involved with drug trafficking, they can't keep that up. Once they swearing as let's say city council members, right? Then they need to start to look at the law, and they need to understand that you have to support the law and not be lawless.
Yes.
Right. That's one way they can neutralize gangs and gang leaders. Turn them into politicians. In fact, they are politicians because they're running things.
So what you're saying, Mr. Nelson, what is going on in Haiti now, where gang leaders are taking over the entire country? You think that they should put the gang leaders in charge of the country? That's what you're saying?
No, I'm saying put the gang leaders, since they're running the city, they have 80% of the city under their control. Make them a city council.
Okay.
And that way you'll have cooperation amongst the gang leaders. And that way, not that you're allowing them to usurp authority, but they become the authority, and they understand what the rule of law means and how to uphold the rule of law. Right? You need cooperation for things to start moving. Transportation. You need kids going to school. You need the teachers getting to school. You need the schools being run properly. You need the health care being executed. Doctors and nurses, and you need the court system back in session. You need all of these things working properly. But as long as you have corruption and you have the gangs controlling movement from the wharves or from the ports and this kind of stuff, it's not gonna work, right? It's most definitely not gonna work, and they have to come up with a different plan. And that's the only plan I look back at and saw where if Papa Doc could make that work, then the current government needs to make it work. Something else that they have to make a decision on, which is key to this whole thing, is appointing a leader. Not have the U.S. appointed leader in place, but they have to appoint a leader, somebody they trust, somebody who can move the ball downfield and score points for the people of Haiti, right?
Yes.
Not scoring points for the as you would say the there you go, right? And the of course we know there are like 5 families, I understand, that control Haiti from an economical standpoint.
Yeah.
Right? They control the real estate, they control the money movement, the banking, this kind of stuff. You saw the car dealership attacked.
Where the Jamaican consulate was?
Yeah, that's right. That guy has a bank, and he has a lot of things that he supported Jamaica with.
Okay.
and he got attacked. So they might have been sending a message to Holness, Prime Minister Holness, at a point that they can impact Jamaica by attacking their honorary consul general in Haiti.
Right.
But again, if we get back to rule of law, then we need to deal with what's going on in a lawful manner.
Yes.
Right. We don't need to have 20,000 Haitian National Police gunning down the citizens to prove a point. And we don't need to have the citizens rising up and just killing people on the street because they once fear them, and once they form a group of vigilantes, that they're going to hand out vigilante justice.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Nelson. Let us go back to the Jamaican Council that was attacked.
Yeah.
You hear nothing out of the Jamaican government mouth about it. The only thing they said that it was attack, and from a security standpoint, and you being in the security apparatus of what is your views on that? Do you think the Jamaican government should have said something more?
Well, if they're stumped for answers, then they can't say very much, right? If they're to resolve that problem, the Haitians have to resolve it for them, because the Haitians are the ones to investigate. If they're aware that this guy was doing something for Jamaica or for people of the Bumbavi in Jamaica, then this is the Haitian gang telling them in a message that we're going to disrupt whatever this guy was doing for you in Jamaica. So they will have to declare what was he doing on behalf of Jamaica.
Yes.
And why would they single him out for attack? Right? Because the car dealership has been there all along. So why attack now?
Is it that the Prime Minister of Jamaica had promised the Prime Minister of Haiti that he will stand by him in sending the members of the JCF, the members of the JDF in to Haiti? Is it because of something like that, you think?
That can be a part of it. But I think it's a little bit more personal than that, right? Somebody was sending a message. If they were going to do that, they would have sent a message earlier if that was the only reason. But they might have discovered that this guy is doing a lot more for Jamaica than meets their eye, and they wanted to either shut him down or send a message for that he would have to change, that he could no longer act in Jamaica on Jamaica's behalf, right? I don't know. He's not a Jamaican, as far as I can tell. He may have a Jamaican diplomatic passport. I don't know that. I'm just speculating.
Yes.
But I'm sure there's a benefit to him being the honorary consul general in Haiti and to execute business on behalf of people in Jamaica.
Yes.
Or maybe even our conglomerates like Grace Kennedy or Seprod, something like that.
Yes.
So pretty much he's a mystery at this point, right? But as far as foreign aid and the economic gains that Haiti has to make, he's a part of it. He and they have to respect business and business people if those businesses are to continue to operate unencumbered, right? Because 11 million people, Jamaica only has 3 million people, right? The only other country that has 11 million is Cuba. and they have their own set of problems.
Let me ask you this also, Mr. Nelson. Haiti have 11 million people, and we have 3 million Jamaicans. And then the police force will have what? 11,000 service members in the police force. I forgot how much in the JD.
11 or 12,000 in Jamaica.
Yes.
It's 20,000 in Haiti.
Okay. Then we I don't remember how much is in the JDF. Now tell me something now, Mr. Nelson.
JDF is about 4,000.
Then tell me something now. Every day you hear the Minister of National Security, Dr. Harris Strong, speak about the Zozo and the Zeze and all kind of Zozo. And if we is supposed to put boots on the ground in Haiti, how would it help us in putting boots on the ground in Haiti when our security forces are already stretched so thin?
Well, it's a situation we know that would not have lasted, right? I don't know who was advising the Prime Minister in that instant. Because if you take police officers by the thousands and JDF members by the thousands and send them to Haiti, gangs in Jamaica may end up having a field day because there's nobody to stop them. The ZOSO would be ineffective, and the states of emergency declared would be ineffective. So it's a good thing that Jamaica has not been asked to deploy people to Haiti, because you do need maybe another force in Haiti of another 20,000.
Yes.
To actually begin to clear the country of the weapons that exist in the various underserved communities of Haiti. Right? Nobody wants to go there because that's the elephant in the room. Right? Nobody wants to deal with that right now. First, you get everybody to come to the table. You get everybody to be recognized, and you get them to start respecting the rule of law. And once that's done, the social development projects, like I mentioned before, the Project Star in Jamaica, stuff like that, and other development, construction, and various community development projects, whether it has to do with water, getting water, or getting health care, or whatever. Those things have to be in motion, right? But you're going to need help from the outside, from the big boys, Canada, the U.S., France, and anybody else within the UN that wants to participate in that kind of stuff.
Do you know, I mean, would you, I know maybe you can't answer, but I'm going to ask the question the same way. Do you know why the American government and the Kenyan government is a bit, belong, didn't send somebody to Haiti?
Well, this is not the first merry-go-round. There's been maybe at least 3 or 4 incursions into Haiti. And each time Haiti comes out worse off than they were before, right? And so the U.S. gets hammered for its role of allowing these weapons systems and various weaponry to get into Haiti and proliferate throughout the Caribbean, right? And a lot of this stuff has been known for decades.
Yeah.
That has been coming out of Florida, right? There are situations where even Jamaica has been a transshipment point for weapons coming out of Florida and going someplace, right? There was a unique situation back in 1989 when a boat, the Coco Cabana, was anchored in the Kingston Harbor, and the police went out, they boarded it on a tip-off, and found a tremendous amount of weapons on board. And then the U.S. declared that the weapons belonged to the FARC, which is a guerrilla group in Colombia. which is well known to a lot of people. So it gave the impression that at the time the U.S. did not support the Colombian government and that they were supporting the FARC. And so that's a mystery. You know, there's a lot of transgressions committed by U.S. intelligence back in those days in Colombia, in Jamaica, and in other Caribbean islands. And hopefully they've learned the lessons now of proliferating weapons in certain countries and not having control over the resale or redistribution of those weapons.
Yes.
Because it's certainly causing an immigration exodus into the United States coming through the southern border. And if the CBSI, Caribbean Basin Security Initiative, was about interdicting the drugs coming to the U.S. and the people coming to the U.S., it sure as hell was not interdicting weapons going out of the U.S. into Haiti and into the Caribbean. And it certainly was not interdicting the human trafficking, and the coyotes and the various cartels that promote this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Coming up through the southern border. So we can resolve a lot of issues by getting the Haitian situation under control and helping Haiti to do that. In turn, it would impact the situation in Jamaica and other islands, Eastern Caribbean islands, right? Because Haitians are in the places like the Bahamas and in other French-speaking islands around the Caribbean. And these people need help wherever they are. Because those governments have to provide funding for that population. They have to keep them healthy.
Right.
The COVID situation was a nightmare because they had not engaged the immigrants before, but they had to engage them once COVID began because everybody was spreading COVID. And you could not afford to have a COVID outbreak in certain communities and have it untreated. So I think U.S. funding went towards helping out in that situation in several countries, including Jamaica. Jamaica had well over $700 million of grant money or loans to deal with that.
Yes. Mr. Nelson, in the little time we have leave here on the Make Talk program and ZPP, WZPP rather, WZPP 96.1 FM and WZOP 92.7 FM. What would you take, in a couple minutes, what would you say to the Caribbean leaders when it comes on to security within the Caribbean? Where should they go to help stop the gun trafficking in the Caribbean?
Yeah, they've done the right thing before with the conference in Trinidad and Tobago. Because they call on the U.S. and they name Florida as the culprit in the proliferation of weaponry in the Caribbean, right? So they've done what's needed to be done. Now, CBSI proposals are out there to provide $82 million US every year, I think, for the next 5 or 10 years, I can't recall, to fix that problem, right? I'm not sure $82 million can fix that problem because you're going to need enhanced patrols, Coast Guard patrols in the Caribbean. They have to bolster the Coast Guard of a variety of countries. Keep in mind, Trinidad has major problems with the exodus of over 5 million Venezuelans. And they have maybe 1/5 or more of those Venezuelans occupying their country at any given point.
Yes.
So again, that is on the U.S. Because the U.S. Went after Chavez, they went after his successor, and they have effectively shut down the economy of Venezuela. And the Venezuelan government is still there, and they've not been able to displace them, and they've not been allowing for the maximum trade between U.S. and Venezuela, or Venezuela and other countries because of U.S. embargo.
Yes.
Right? And, you know, the situation has made it ripe for the Chinese and the Russians to move in and support these countries. You may see, and to me, if it will work for the Haitians, it seemed to be working for the Cubans, because the Cubans are allowing Chinese to come in and to set up bases and other port operations within Cuba. So if that brings the Cubans billions of dollars, and the Cubans can boost their economy that fashion, then the same thing may have to occur in Haiti.
Okay, Mr. Nelson, we have to wrap it up there. Thank you for coming on, Herbe Nelson Jr.
Not a problem.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks to your listeners for listening.
You're welcome, sir. This is Jeffrey Tavares returning to the studios of WZPP Media. Thank you very much for coming on. May God bless you. Until you hear my voice again, this is Jeffrey T.
Listening to WZOP 92.7 LP FM.
The views, opinions, and content of the following does not reflect those of WZOP Radio.
Psychic spiritual advisor Sister Alberta wants you to know that she's over 30 years experience